White chartreuse, guys. White chartreuse. Caught that one on. Whew, boy, he's cold. That water's in the 60s. It gets getting down to 40s at night. And I got another one on over here, guys. Got another one over here, guys. Fish on, guys. Fish on. Fish on, guys. Another one on. Fish on, my man. Fish on. That's doubles. Doubles. See what color this one's on. Alright. See what color this one's on. See what color this one's on, man. This one's on, I'll show you here. Get down here and it'll fall in. This one's pink and chartreuse, guys. There's pink and chartreuse.
Let's go fishing. I'm on a mission. It's so pretty, I'd sure hate to waste this chance. We'll find us a shady little spot, not too cool, not too high.
Tried jigging first thing this morning and it just didn't happen. It was really cold when I first started this morning. It was in low 40s. But I went ahead and tried it a little bit and I thought, man, it was just too cold. I mean, it's hard to even feel the line when it gets in the low 40s like that. So I did a little bit of it around the reeds there and nothing happened. And I just thought, well, I'm just going to crank her up and go down troll a little bit and see if I can catch a couple trolling. Yeah, it seemed like that worked out pretty good, but the jig bite just didn't happen. I switched jigs out and, tried plastic, tried regular jigs. It just didn't happen. Just got everything set up for trolling and throwed them out. And, I mean, within seconds I had one on, But you can see where I'm at. I'm clear out in the middle. And them crappie are clear out in the middle down low. And I was going about 0.8 miles an hour. Of course, I'm using 6-pound test and using Mafia twister tails and Mafia jig spinners. And just enough to keep it just off bottom, Every once in a while I could feel it bouncing on bottom, but yeah, you just had to go real slow because, boy, I grabbed them fish and it's like grabbing a block of ice. I mean, they were cold, but I still caught a few. I mean, they wanted them old twister tails going real slow, which is a good deal. And like I said, you gotta use 6-pound test, 4-pound test, so you'll get the action out of it. Well, I had doubles, you know, doubles on the twister tails. I mean, I just reeled at one end and the other one started bouncing. I thought, well, that's a good deal, man. I tried to stay right out in the middle. I didn't even turn on my electronics because I knew I was, you know, they were going to be out in the middle. And that's cold weather. You didn't want to get up tight in the bank. I seen several guys fishing right along the bank, jigging and stuff. I didn't see them catch a fish, you know. You know, we got some warm weather coming back up, and this cold front will kind of slow them down a little bit. But all it has to do is come up like 10, 20 degrees, and it'll turn the fish on, turn the crappie back on, and turn the bass on, and you'll be able to catch them again. So, but yeah, right there's what I was catching them on. You know, twister tail, mafia twister tails, and mafia spinners. So, but that seemed like to be the ticket. I mean, you know, as trolling down through there, I just kind of switched things out, but that seemed to be the real deal. Here's the other one. That's what I say. You know, I only had 4 poles out. You can't put 6 poles out if they're biting halfway decent, and they're not biting that. You know, they're great, but if you can see what you get into if they really start hitting. You can't have 6 poles. You can't hardly have 4 poles out. 2 poles is enough. When you're by yourself, you just can't handle it. You know. So yeah, there's the other bait. You know, I think it was, I caught them on, but. One thing about it today, when it's down to 40s like that, you don't have to worry about seeing any alligators laying on the bank or crawling around out in the water or swimming around in the water. I mean, they're crawled up underneath the brush somewhere. Guys, you can get all this equipment at Garrett's Tackle Shop there in Okeechobee. These mafia rods and mafia twister tails and the reels and the line and all that. They got everything you want for crappie fishing there. And I tell you, them Yo-Zuri crankbaits, the crappie thing ain't really turned on yet. But I think them Yo-Zuri crankbaits, I've been catching on them here and there. I think that I'm going to go strictly to that for a while. Put out 4 poles so they don't get tangled up. Make sure you put put that swivel and split shot on there in deep water. And I caught them in the shallow water. It was only about 4 or 5 feet there where I was trolling down through there. I caught one on the Yo-Zuri, and I know the action of them Yo-Zuri crankbaits are going to produce fish trolling. And you don't have to go very fast, just enough to move it along, and you'll catch it. I like a little bit of chartreuse on them twister tails. And white, whether it's white, black, whatever, I like a little chartreuse. Seems like fish like it too. I don't, even when I'm bass fishing, if you'll notice, I always have a little bit of chartreuse on stuff. And it seems like it works. I don't know, it works for me. I don't know, it's just kind of like everything else, you can get confidence that you're going to fish a little bit better, take your time with it, and catch fish. So, but it works for me. sweatshirt I got on there, guys. Garrett's Tackle's got all your stuff for these cold weather. I mean, whether it's sweatshirt, hats, they even got the rain suits. They got the frog dogs, and they got the little better ones, a little higher price ones. But anything you want, they've got for this cold weather and the rain coming up here these next 3 months. So stop in there and pick you up some, gear, for the cold weather and the rain. If you don't have that, it just makes your outing just miserable. Crankbaits is unreal. I mean, I took them up to the swimming pool and looked at them, and I took them out here in the lake behind the house and looked at them. And I'm thinking, these are going to catch fish. They are catching fish. So, yeah, it just depends on their depth. If you got to get a little bit deeper, you want to make sure you put a swivel up there if they start twisting. Pulling those Missouri crankbaits or any little crankbait like that, you want to just go just enough to get them down. But you got to get them. You got to keep them down here in the strike zone. So, yeah, just try them. If you haven't ever tried them when you're trolling, try them Missouri crankbaits. Mistake I see a lot of guys making is when you're trolling like that with this small stuff for crappie, you're going about 0.8 miles an hour, mile an hour. Depends on the depth of the water, which you got to get down here, but you don't want to set the hook. I'm sorry, you don't want to set the hook. When you get one on there and you see the pole bouncing, he's already set the hook. Just kind of pick it up and start reeling. Don't pick it up and jerk on him, because that's why they call them paper mouths. You'll tear that plug or spinner out of his mouth. Yeah, just pick it up and start reeling, because the hook's already set from the movement of the boat. It's December the 4th, 2024, and like I said, the temperature was mid-40s this morning. I mean, it's really cold, but if you can still catch a few fish. You just got to go out there and switch around. You can catch them jigging, but you're not going to catch the numbers. I mean, if you go out there and get 7 or 8 in a day, you're doing pretty good. Now, you can stay from daylight to dark and get more of that, but I try to keep the enjoyment in it. I don't want to make a job out of it. I go out there for a couple of hours. If I can get 7 or 8 for a mess, that's enough for me. So anyhow, I didn't keep them today, and I just threw them back, and you can see me picking up the motor, and I'm getting ready to win and put it on the trailer, which I had a pretty good morning. At the end of this thing, you'll watch and see, I've got a thing about James Webb telescope. I mean, every morning I go out there before daylight, I look up at the stars, and I just think, man, it's just amazing. I mean, we're just, like I always said, we're just a little speck on this earth, this ball we're swimming around. But I look up there and just think how big it is. And James Webb telescope and Hubble showed us how small we really are. So kind of watch it and enjoy some of the pictures that the telescopes take. This ramp is just a pain to put in and take out when you're by yourself. Now, if you got somebody with you, it's all right. It's out here at Pier 7. It's just a pain to take out by yourself. And if you ain't got a set of boots, you're going to get your feet wet. So you ought to just take you a pair of boots with you if you're going to do it by yourself. So, yeah, it's just you kind of back way back down in, and you just you get off your trailer, and you're going to get your feet wet. So that's something to think about if you put in here to have you a set of boots if you're by yourself. Here's some images of James Webb telescopes been taken for the past year. It's pretty amazing to me.